Do we risk anything? Rawl. This deck is interesting. You might give it a try. Oh yeah, this is why so I was only able to craft this because I opened Dragon Caller Alana as my very last legendary. I actually did it at the end of the last stream. And after that point, I'd opened some of the epics, so I thought I was close enough to this deck to give it a real try. Now the question is, do we want to draw spells or do we want to try and stop this Hunter? And I want to stop the Hunter because I'm really scared. More death rattles are added. N'Zoth Reaver gets even crazier. Can't wait for that day. I think that day's going to happen in Wild though, right, Lucas? Because, oh, our opponent's going for Poisonous. Otherwise, we win. Not win, but we clear the board. Okay, they get a couple 1/1s. That's fine as well. But the 1/1s are not beasts, right? They're plants. Which isn't a real tribe in Hearthstone yet. Acolyte of Pain. Acolyte of Pain. And then the great thing is we actually have weapon removal here to help us with Face Hunter. And yeah, Marco, I kind of agree. This is probably gonna be some sort of aggressive Face Hunter. But I think that can be okay for us. Ooh, so many options. Let's get some big spells in our hand, though. Now, obviously, Hunter can cap out at some big spells. Ooh, Blizzard's going to be very nice for us. And now the question is, do we want to ping here? Or do we want to develop another familiar? And I really like developing more familiars, especially when it will usually lead to draw. There we go. Hey, we get to clear the board next turn. That's excellent. Oh, so that's really good, actually. So now we have board clear into board stall. Into, well, depending what happens. I mean, ideally we want to save one of these for at least one Arcane Artificer. If not, we can save it for, is that good enough right now? Maybe. We get armor. I love getting armor. Yeah, we're gonna almost certainly ooze. Yeah, this ooze is basically, like, there's no need to do the AoE in my opinion. Because we can ooze and then ping down the 3/1. And save all of these AoEs. Like, we get armor. And we remove our opponent's biggest threat. And now we have the ability to clear the board and gain armor on the coming turns. Which is going to be great. So now this is going to be minimum 6 damage AoE. And we feel confident. Even though our opponent... Yeah, that's honestly a scary one too. Because the death rattle is going to stick around. And our opponent trades as they should. There's no doubt about it. They should make that trade. And all that armor we gained up basically lets us pass this turn, which is awesome. And I think I want to go slow here again, instead of using all of that removal early. And there's no way we're playing Arcane Artificer without getting value. When we're going up against Hunter, this is absolutely needed armor. Because that's our win condition, is basically our opponent's top decking and we have 45 health. And then we win. Yeah, okay. I'm happy to do it now. I'm happy to gain 6 health now. And then we'll see what happens in these coming turns. We'll see what our opponent wants to do here. But I feel like gaining that armor. We get over 30 now. And there's a Frozen Savannah Highmane. Obviously, this could get hit with a ridiculous, let's call it Bone Mare. But we have so many ways to deal with... Oh, wow. Less ways to deal with that now. Do we want to gain 10 armor to clear the board and leave up all the 2/2s? We gain 10 armor, then it's 2, 4, 6, 8 is left on board. And then we can clear it up with Flame Strike afterwards. It's very messy. It's very, very messy. What if we hit ping? This is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clears the board. We only gain the 5 armor, but then our opponent only has 4, 4 on board.
What to do? What to do?
I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes. Like how many minions? If that makes a huge difference. But let's do it because it seems like it's more. This to me seems like we're doing more stuff, even though it might not be the right stuff. So I think this is going to be, yeah, 6 damage to everyone. Perfect. Obviously, top decking Meteor would have been the best there. That would have been great. And obviously, we had the option of Flame Strike there. But then one of the Savannah Highmanes would have stayed up. And I never like leaving Savannah Highmane up. Ever. And again, we're at, what is this? We're at 36 health now, so it's not quite the 45 I wanted. Luke, you're saying Shaman got the short end of the stick this expansion. I totally agree. I think that Shaman is in a very bad spot. Shaman's in a very tough spot right now, I think it's fair to say. Shaman is not doing well. This is like just easy peasy, clear the board. We've got a lot more removal coming down. Yeah, Shaman's in a really, really tough spot right now. Evolve Shaman's not keeping up with the fast decks. And while it's fun to do like super cool evolves, it's not really enough necessarily. This is probably easy ping and meteor turn. We can afford to take a bunch of damage here when we have so much burn later on. And obviously if we had an extra mana somehow magically 11, Tar Creeper would have come out, but that's okay. We'll be able to burn down our opponent's threats here one by one, or if they ever flood again, we have our Dragon's Fury. Well, that's more terrifying now that our opponent has gone control. And yeah, Shaman, their legendary weapon wasn't super cool. The legendary minions haven't been cool for a while now. And I don't know if that was Blizzard overreacting. We're not sure if that's, you know, Blizzard overreacting from the fact that they had some really crazy interactions. Yeah, that was a little bit of an early GG there, Marco. Let's see what we get here. I'm going to play one to face just to see what happens. Oh. Okay. Maybe this 7-8 is enough for us to still be able to win now. Now, obviously, our opponent's getting amazing minions every turn. Potentially amazing minions every turn. But we still have a lot of control in the deck, and we will eventually have Medivh, Dragon Caller, and Frost Lich. Pardon? Oh, I really want to play Frost Lich. Maybe we should. Maybe this is the best time. Like, obviously, the Firelands portal is also really good here, because we can trade Firelands. Let's get Frost Lich activated. I want Frost Lich Jaina activated. Hola, hey Jared, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, and that was healing as well. That's super cool. Is there any reason to banana? I don't think so. We can do bananas elsewhere. This trade happens basically every time. Unless our opponent gets something really cool that messes with us, and if it is, well, you know, we'll deal with it. So this game was actually really, really fun so far. This turn from us beating down aggro, we were in reasonably good control there at the beginning, right? I think we can all agree at that. And then it switched to our opponent having all of this amazing value that they're now beating us down with. That's fine. I'm not bothered by that. Oh wow, our opponent's gonna mill us with all the zombies. I think this is okay. Does this clear the board? Is this a 5 or a 6 right now? That's a 6 to me. Do we want to actually Doomsayer now? No, because I don't want to go slow. Oh, did I not look at math? I kind of regret that play now, but we will be okay. Okay, so the thing that I didn't pay attention to, I'll count that kind of as a misplay, or maybe let's call it an oversight, not a full-on misplay, because we still cleared the board relatively efficiently, is the fact that we should have been looking for water elemental generation, as opposed to only board clearing there. Like, I feel at this point, our win condition, you know, we're going up against control, we need our water elementals to overwhelm. That's fine, I'm not bothered by that. We have to attack in now. We have to attack into this because we're not sure what it is that our opponent's doing here. That's fine. There we go. Our freezing has to come down. And we can go Medivh and Doomsayer here. And the reason is because our opponent would be able to otherwise easily trade into this and develop minions, which we don't like. So now they have to make the choice of, do they want to give up the board to the Doomsayer, which obviously we take a loss at? Or are they going to let, you know, are they going to like trade off for this and then we still have a 7-7? So this I feel like makes the turn more awkward for our opponent when obviously, you know, they're top decking, but they're also getting this value. But then at the same time, they can't make a huge minion and play something they top deck. So they're still a little restricted there. And we have 2 big spells with our Medivh. Or Atiesh, excuse me. What is this? Oh. Our opponent's going for it. Kill command? Oh, I'll take that kill command every day. I'm super happy with that kill command. Andrew, you think it's a cool deck? Welcome. Thank you. I love this deck. Oh. I love that top deck even more. Get a 7-drop. Yeah, no, get a 7-drop and a decent 7-drop. It's no Valen, but that's okay. You take a Valen into Firelands Portal, that'd be pretty game over. Yeah, Andrew, this deck is super, super cool, though. I saw a bunch of people playing it. Charge! Oh, no, we're taking face damage. Which is fine. I'm not bothered by face damage. We have a lot of health left. 3. Is there a way for us to make a water elemental? We could honestly buff it up and like attack or Firelands and then ping, but I think that's so overkill that we're not allowed to do, we're not allowed to do high level plays like that. Okay, I think we have enough power on board now. Yeah. So I think now we've kind of fought back into, the late game value that we can generate against decks. But then I think like we saw last game with that Warlock, we do struggle against control decks that will have the combo, even though they didn't. I think last game we would have lost if our opponent was running the cube combo. Oh, wow. That sure is a card. Like, there's no reason for us to do anything fancy, right? You are not prepared. Our opponent was not prepared. Oh, that is awesome. That was an awesome game. That was aggro right into control. All in one game. And I love it.